Erica. On today's video, we are doing day, what are we on? 10, my goodness, day 10 of my Christmas Advent coloring project. I am working on this cute little rabbit down here today. I'm going to do the background like I've done the background in all of the others. So I'm going to go ahead and color that in, and then I will talk to you guys again in a second. Okay, so for my little rabbit here, I am going to do the same kind of trick that I used in the background. I'm going to color over all of his fur with white first. It's not too much. He's got this little tail, his little hands, and his face here. And then I'm going to take my neutral gray and add a little bit of color where the shadows would be. Maybe just a little bit on his tail down here. All right, let's see how we do with this. So I'm going to start in the white and push that white kind of into that gray color and hope that that works a little bit. And I've got my towel off to the side here so that I can clean off my brush so I don't get too much of that gray color in there. Let's see. Hoping this is gonna work okay. This ear might be a little bit darker. I might have pushed a little too hard, but that's okay. We'll just have a lovely gray rabbit instead of a more white rabbit. But I wanted him to have a little bit of color because I want him to stand out a little bit from the backgrounds, you know, with all the blues and the whites and stuff there. Okay. All right, I'm gonna give him a little bit of a pink cheek. So let me grab the right color here. I'm gonna do a little bit just right off the tip. This is the cherry, and I'm just gonna give him a little bit of a pink cheek right there. Maybe a dab right there. Okay, let's get his little hands and his tail. All right, that's pretty cute. All right, so he's gonna have, I'm gonna give him a red hat. Red, we're gonna do chili red and hot red, I think. So red hat. Yeah, just a red hat. All right, I'm going to color the whole thing with hot red first. And then I'm going to add in a little bit of darker area with the chili red, and then maybe even a little bit of the Shiraz just to darken up that section. Use my smaller brush. Okay, do the same thing up here. Okay, let's see. I think the little letters in there should be red, so maybe his shirt could be green. We'll do a lighter green maybe. Let's try that. I'm going to do a really light green and then maybe a little bit of this Mallard Green as my shadow. So I'm using the felt green. I'm going to try to avoid the letters as best I can. I have a fine liner that I'm going to use to fill that in. Okay, and then I'm going to use the Mallard Green as my shade color. I wonder what that'll, how much that'll change the look of the shirt. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to attempt to use this Pentel brush. We'll see. Oh, that's pretty good. That felt green is a very yellowy green, and then as you get into the mallard color, it just kind of makes that, yeah, I like that. Just do the best you can to avoid the letters. Sorry if you guys can't see. I'm trying to keep my hand out of the way best I can. All right, let's get the rest of this little area down here colored. All right, I think that turned out okay. That looks pretty good. His jeans, he's gonna have like little, he's gonna have blue jeans, but I'm gonna use a really light layer of gray, very, very light, and then a light layer of the iris blue, and see if that gives me a nice kind of blue jean color. We'll see what that does. Yeah, I think that works pretty well. And then if I need to add more, I can just come back in and add some in. And I think this little, I don't know what that is. Maybe it's like the rest of his shirt or fancy belt. I don't know what that is. He's going to have red skates. So let's give him some red skates. Oh, that is the Shiraz color. Well, I will go over top of that with the hot red, and hopefully that won't be too, too dark. I'm going to use my tiny little paintbrush. It's a nice deep red. Okay, and then, yeah, his little, whatever that is. I feel like I'm missing a pencil. There you are, pencil. I'm going to color this part in here with this hot red and some of the chili red right underneath the shirt. All right, I'm going to use my smaller paintbrush here just so that I have a little bit better control over where my color is going. Oops. And as I say that, I mess up a little bit, but that's all right. Okay. And then I'm going to color the little border of this with this Hooker's green color. And again, use my smaller paintbrush. To activate that color. All right, so there is that. I'm gonna do his scarf as well. I think he's gonna have, let's do a green scarf, a darker green scarf, because he's not, nobody else has green scarf yet, right? No, we have a red scarf. Yeah, let's do a green scarf. So we're gonna start with the Hooker's green. I'm just going to go over this whole thing because then I'll probably add in some white polka dots with a Posca. So I'm just going to color his whole scarf in. And I'm going to add in the darker color with the iron green. I'm going to do a little bit here, and then all of this part will be darker. And maybe a little bit right there. Okay, and I'm going to use my Pentel brush for this. I want to make sure that it's not too wet. Come on now. It's amazing how different these pens can act from one second to the next. So I get why people want to use a brush and a water instead. Just, you have better control over it. All right, let me get this little part back here. Okay, and I'm gonna add in, I think, a little bit more color on his blue pants. So I'm gonna take my iris blue and just pick up some color from the pencil. Just dab it in there. And I'm probably gonna pick up some of this gray color as well. And go over all of that too. Okay, one more thing, I'm going to do his ears. So I've got this crimson color, and I'm going to add a little bit of color here and a little bit of color here, and we'll get that all spread out. Okay. And I do have my fine liner sitting off to the side here, so I can go ahead and add in his letters as long as that's dry. Yeah, that's dry. Boy, this takes a little bit of concentration. All right, almost done with this. Okay, all right, there's our cute little bunny. I think he turned out really good. I did just notice that I forgot to add in this color, finish up this background over here. So I'm just gonna get some of that in really quick. Yep, that will work. I'm gonna add this little bit in here. Okay, and then tomorrow I'm gonna work on these guys. So, yep, that is it for today. Thank you guys so much for joining me, and I will talk to you again tomorrow. All right, take care. Bye.